Hello again, video number 2 as promised for this Saturday morning. This is not, again, as you'll see from the title, about pipe smoking. I want to start by saying that something really uplifting and hugely surprising came to my attention. I don't know how long ago it was now. It was soon after I came back from being away for 4 months, and you know, I just checked my channel just to make sure people are still watching it, because I was worried when I was away that people had just given up. And I noticed there was also a lot of comment about one particular video on there, and one I would have least expected. And that's one I did months and months ago. Again, one of the early ones I did, called Snuff Taking, an introduction. And even before making that, I thought, it's supposed to be a pipe smoking channel, but you know, I do enjoy snuff as well. I'll make it. I don't think anyone's going to watch it, because you know, you hardly see many dedicated channels or videos to snuff taking. But I noticed that when I came back, there was like 1,300 views on it, and to this point I'm getting about, I don't know, 100, 150 views a week on this thing, and it's way over 2,000 views on it now. I'm stunned. Okay, I just love getting, if I get 100 people watching one of my videos, I'm happy. 200, delighted. Over 2,000, I am genuinely stunned about that. But a lot of the comments I've been getting were that this is, you know, really useful. Please make some more about snuff taking, and go through your collection is the major one. So this is the kind of an update. I mean, I had made a couple of other snuff videos after that one, and it didn't get anywhere near as many hits, so who knows, I don't know. The delighted thing as well is I presume there's there must be a surge of people taking snuff, for that many people to be interested in a video about taking snuff. You know, it's nowhere near as complicated as pipe smoking. So this is a response to that. It's just an update, really. And in terms of taking snuff, there really isn't much more I can say, you know, than I did before. But what I am going to go through is my collection. So at this point, for those of you who don't take snuff or take it very irregularly and don't care, might want to just hit that stop button. Okay. But for anyone else, and particularly the people who have asked me, you know, stick with it. This is probably going to go on quite a bit. I've got no timer here, so you know, I don't know. But I don't want it to ramble. So let's get started. And what I will do as well is just go through them very quickly. I'm going to take a couple of them. So this is not going to be a review about all the snuff things I've got, but I'll just introduce some of the different kind of containers that they come in. And I want to say a couple of more things about snuff boxes. Otherwise, it's just going to be briefly going through the, you know, some of the snuffs I've got and the types that are available, certainly in the UK as well. So let's start. Yeah, I probably got a ridiculous amount, to be honest with you. I do take it regularly, as I said in my previous video, at work. Now, I've said that before, and I should make this quite clear. I work predominantly with women, but that wouldn't make any difference. I do not sit at my desk, take out my little snuff box, and have a little toot. No, I think that's still socially unacceptable, because I think I'd have to be explaining myself all the time that I wasn't snorting coke or something like that. So I either go outside, which has been fairly easy to do in the last few months, where the weather's been warm, and have a little discreet snort of it. Or honestly, if it's not, if it's pissing down the rain, I go into the toilets, to the cubicles, and have a little one. It's really horrible. I feel terrible doing that, but you know, that's the way it has to be. So, snuff collection. I've sort of built myself a little emporium here, and I was getting to the stage where I had quite a few snuff tins, snuff containers, and they were just scattered about in drawers. I thought, well, I need to consolidate this really and get them into something more suitable. So, purely by chance, it was a year ago, probably Christmas time last year, I was in one of the leading stationery stores, Ryman's, in the UK, and they were selling off these kind of desk objects really cheaply, and they had this little set of faux leather desk organisers. Now I'm going to hold this up, let me show you, and they were like well, there's two here. I've got one stacked on top of the other, and they were retailing for about, I don't know, 16 quid. They were selling them for a fiver each, £5 each. So I snarked two of them, and they're perfect. Let me just go back here so you can see. Yeah, they're great. They're little drawers in which I keep my snuff. So I will be going through quickly. Yeah, you can see what this is probably going to be a long video. Yeah, okay. So let me put those down as well. I've kind of, you know, tried to order them really and keep them together. Because of the varying size of the tin, it's not always possible to get everyone in there. So let me just show you. And I'm going to go along. I haven't even thought about what snuffs I'm going to take today, and when we'll come across that, we'll see. So in the top one here, and again, I'm not quite sure it's going to come out. I don't want to tip them all up. I keep my Wilsons of Sharrow, well, apart from one Radford's in there. Again, generally the small tins in there, the sampler tins, but a couple of big ones that I take regularly, apart from the Irish coffee. You know, one of my favourites, probably of all time, and this is the one I take regularly during the day, is Jasmine. Okay, but that's all sealed up. I thought this was a bigger tin than that, so that's a lovely, lovely smell coming out there. So I'm not going to take any of those, but they're all my Wilson's ones, yeah. And we've seen all those Wilson. I've said about the Wilson tin, so let's not go on that. Again, here, and I have mentioned these before. These are the 4 tins that I bought from Mullins and Wesley, the little tobacco. The cigar and snuff parlour in Covent Garden Market. Yeah, they're quite good. I've got mature crumbled snuff, citrus delight, Covent rose. I do love the rose scented ones. I'm going to take some of that. It's just quite a nice one. And Jock's Choice Snuff, which is an SP, and it's got a real tang to it. And I'm not really keen on that one. So I am convinced these are milled by Wilsons of Sharrow. The tins are the same. Okay. So I'm just going to pop one of those. We'll have a little toot of the rose. So again, I favour the pinching method, which is very easy to do from these. Hold it in my hands, the fingers, forefinger and thumb for a few seconds, just to let the essential oils in there release. Yeah, that's really nice. Rose. Now I've had some of these in there for a while, and they've gone off. And one of the questions that I had been asked is, when snuff gets dry, what do you do with it? It's a tobacco product, so I will treat it exactly the same way. Well, I said personally, this is as I would do like rehydrating a tobacco. Not that I have much tobacco that lasts long enough that it needs rehydrating, but these do get dry, and when they do get dry, they'll sting. Back of the nose and the top of your throat at the back there. And to do this gently is to get a small tomato, depending how much you've got, and lay it out thinly, nothing too high if you can. So these little plastic things that you get, the food things, are quite good. Lay them out thinly, yeah, so they get an even thing. And I just sort of damp a kitchen towel, thick kitchen towel, and lay it across the top with the lid. Keep checking on it, and that rehydrates it quite nicely. And you can start taking it again. So I hope that was useful. So, and that's another nice one. This, again, the smell of this lingers, which is always a good sign of a snuff. You know, and I said before in the first video, there are a lot of them that are momentary. You know, you'll get a really good flavour, then it's gone. So I will always go for the ones that, you know, even sometimes half an hour later, I can still sniff and get the smell of it, and that's really nice. Oh, this is just an odds and sods one where I couldn't get the rest of my Wilsons of Sharrow. And another Covent Garden one. Okay, in there. So it's just kind of an overspill really. Morlaix, again. That's really nice. I think that's one of the ones that make up the, which I'll come on to, the Freiburg and Treyarch JR Justice. Now I should say at this point, if you haven't already noticed, I have got a couple of really interesting videos in my favourites. One's from Tim Gearing. About, oh, why is that stuck? Oh, it's coming away. Something's coming away there. Damn it. cheap. Tim Gearing talked about J.R. Justice. There's also another one which someone posted from an antiques show we have here, but where they were visiting the Wilsons of Sharrow Mill, and one of the presenters actually a collector of snuff boxes, so feel free to go and have a look at it. It's really interesting. This guy's got 600 snuff boxes and he doesn't take snuff. Fair enough. Such is collecting, I suppose. Okay, the third drawer, fourth drawer even. Freiburg and Treyer. Yeah, and now I've done a video of these separately, so again I don't want to dwell on these ones. It's called Stuff the Aristocrats. But okay, so I've gone through the ones I've got there. I haven't added any more. I'll still keep meaning to get hold of the patchouli, but at the moment this is the one I'm taking at work, the Makuba. Really, spicy is not the right word, but the spice got cinnamon, cumin kind of sweetish way. That's not very describing it very well. But I just love these containers, which aren't really good, as I've said, for the pinch. They are at the top once you start getting here, so you probably need to decant them, and I've even started doing that at the moment. I just pop them into a snuff box. Okay, now they're all standard ones. I just want to dwell here on different types of dispensers you can get for them. So this in here is a collection of Sam Gareth and Gareth and Hogarth. Now between those two companies, they do, I went to count them for this video, and because of the way they're laid out on some of the sites I use, there must be well over 100 between the two of them. And I'm sure with that many, a lot of the flavours must be, if not identical, then the difference being so subtle you wouldn't know. So I've gone through for a few, and I've discovered one that I just can't get enough of. Okay, Sam Gareth's Otter Hound. Smell it there. It smells like talcum powder, and when I first got this, I thought, oh no! But it's so much more complex than that. And again, when it comes to some of the snuffs like this, like I am with tobacco, I'm not even going to bother trying to describe it. But this one I take a lot of. This is probably my third dispenser I've been on in the last few months, and this is the one I take regularly at work. Now, for those of you not aware, this is a different kind of dispenser altogether. It comes with a little, and I don't like these at all, it comes with a little tag there when you first get it, so you release it, and you literally just, oh, you can't do it on the camera, you slide that, it's actually quite, as it should be. So you can see that there, I'm not doing this very well. You slide that down there to reveal the opening. Now, these are generally very, very loose. So I'm going to take some Otter Hound now. So again, what I tend to do is just very gently, because otherwise a mass comes out because it's very loose. It's not going to come out at all now I'm on camera, is it? Oh, embarrassing. Or it might just be empty. No, it's not. What's going on? Oh, this is typical. Fantastic, you little sod. There we go. Okay. Very gingerly. Okay, it is coming to the end of that one. I should have. But so I tend to, because I favour the pinching method, put some onto the little recess there. Shake off the excess. Hold it for a couple of seconds. I can't describe that. It is absolutely gorgeous. So the other ones I've got there is honey. Now honey, like most of them you'll get with honey, will have a little bit of menthol in, just kind of that little springboard, and it really works well. Wilson's a Sharrow honey, well they call it honey menthol, and there's a cherry menthol I do like quite a lot. So I have sinus problems, so it clears, and you do get that lovely aftertaste as well. I don't know what made me buy this one. I think I made a mistake. This one's called Blue Crest. This smells like a dirty baby's nappy. That's all I can say about that one. I'm putting it away. It's horrible. Oh, another Otter Hound there. Okay. So they're all the ones where you just slide it down and open it up. Now, again, this is a different type. This is Gareth and Hogarth. Okay, again they do loads and loads. So this is sandalwood, and this is a different type of spent. This is when you clip the top. Okay, so it comes with a little clip, which you break off the seal, and you clip that over. Okay, and then just lock it into place there. Okay, and again tip it out, close it back up. I do like the sandalwood ones. Now I was tempted with the jasmine on that one as well, but it's completely different from the Wilsons of Sharrow one, and I prefer the Wilsons of Sharrow. This is very weak jasmine smell, while the other one is quite dominant. English Rose, again really nice one. And this is one that Glyn Quelch, GLO 0115 has reviewed, Sea Breezes. I went for the name. Does it really? Well, yeah, okay, it's salty, I suppose, when you first take it. Now, I'm not going to take that because I've taken too many at the moment. I'm still getting a lovely otter hound. But yeah, after a while, when you think, I can well imagine being by the sea. Okay. And lastly, okay, at my no means least, I got some German ones. Okay, all different varieties in there. Now I have a confession to make. In my first video I said that at the time, well certainly then, the finer grind ones and the ones that made me sneeze and the coarse ones didn't. That's been completely reversed. And when I got these, I bought 3 schmaltzers, which are very coarse, but I've got a lovely distinct smell to them. I think they're double fermented. And I was sneezing every time I took them. It's to the point where I had to give up. So I sent 3 of them, I think it was 3 of them, to Tim Milverton. Tim Geary, Milverton 68. So he did a video of them where him and the professor went down the pub taking them, and the professor sneezed. I thought it was just me. I've still got 1 schmaltzer left. That's not quite so bad. Now these are all Bernard and Pogsch ones, and again they're, apart from a couple of the schmaltzers, which are generally coarse grind, these are a lot of them menthol based. So I've got apricot, and they're worth getting as well. They're interesting and they're slightly different. And that's really the end of my collection, so not huge. Right one over there. Just to finish off by saying a little bit about snuff boxes. Now, you've all seen the other ones I bought. Again, where are they? I think they're in my pocket of my jacket. I've got a little Bakelite one. I've got another little wooden one which I bought second hand. They were antiques, but this is one I bought new, and this is just a sliding one. So it's got no hinge on it, and it's a good fit there. But as I said before, beware if you're going to buy a wooden one. These are really nice. They're quite expensive, and they hold a lot. They are going to ghost, and they're going to absorb the smell. So bearing that in mind, on a tip, now I'd seen these on one of our websites with My Smoking Shop, and I thought, they're very inexpensive. So inexpensive that I was put off by it. But Tim Gearing gave them a shout, Milton 68. So I bought a couple. Little chrome, I've got a brushed chrome and a polished chrome one. Yeah. So yeah, nice spring lid. So I thought, wait, great. Now, I don't know when you can see this. I took them to work. And I sat on my desk thinking, no, I can smell snuff, this is bad. Right, I don't know if this is going to come out on camera. Yeah, can you see that? No, the hinge is poor. It just, it comes out of the hinge in vast quantities. So I've had to give up using those as a mobile one. I'll keep these at home. Okay. Now, I've gone on a little bit there, quite a lot. I don't think I've said anything more about snuff taking, but I hope there was a couple of interesting bits in there, and I've gone through my collection. Again, please comment me. I will try and do a few more snuff taking videos, but again, there's not much more I can say about the actual taking of it. I'm hoping to get some more shortly. Again, I'm taking a lot. I need to use these up really, but there's always others that think, oh, that sounds interesting. And hopefully try and do a few more reviews on the snuff taking ones, but they'll be short ones. So again, thanks for watching. See you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.